If we can do this again without me pushing the wrong button. I get a heart just for showing up. Thank y'all for coming back. So, but yeah, I was just saying, make sure that you find, you know what everybody is good for. That's how community works together. But there we go. But it's like, and just make sure that you, because I used to be funny about people, about my kids calling other people mama. Cause it was such a mother, mama, yeah, yeah. All those things are really important titles for me. And so I used to be really funny about my kids using that with other women. Cause my thing was, shoot, I ain't dead, you know. And so I was like, don't be, don't be calling them that, whatever. Until I got brought into the community, to understand a little bit better, well, a lot better, what the purpose is, what the meaning is, and having that kind of support. So, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we kind of got to wrap it up a little bit before we, let me see, we're going to pull a card for tonight to see what, Lord, my shirt all hyped up. Before we end it, because I said the last time I was going to pull another one and I forgot. Y'all let me forget. I'm blaming y'all. It's you should see it on the replay. It's on the replay, Tasha. I hope it caught this time. My Katch been acting funny, y'all. The whole moon series except for one is like missing. So hopefully, somebody tell me when to stop shuffling. All right. Oh, look, y'all. Let me let y'all get a close look like I normally do. Make sure it's not too close. So this one is Changing Woman. And she talks about cycles. Right? And of course, as women, as people on the earth even, this is a really important thing to understand and embrace. So, as women, of course, our bodies actually cycle. We do maiden, mother, crone. We do premenstrual, menstrual, postmenstrual, menopausal, whatever you want to call that last one. And you think about the moon and things like that we tend to follow. It is called, this is the back of the card. It is the Goddess deck, I think is what it's called. I love this deck. This is my absolute favorite deck. But this basically talks about understanding to just kind of go with the changes. Don't fight against them. Even for the men that may be in here that love their wild women and do not try to change them, this is important for you too, simply because you live on this earth. And even the changing of the earth talks about, how cycles are so normal and natural. And some of the parts of the cycles are going to be easier than others. Some are going to be harder than others. But the cycles are always going to happen. And see, just like her circle, it's always going to come back around. Everything is always coming back in return, but you see the movement that she's kicking up? You see how her hair's blowing? Sometimes it's going to be this huge movement, and sometimes you see like almost a difference in her hands, almost a representation of that frozen look with her hands, but you see this dynamic motion up here, and you see how it's all pulled together. So it's almost like you have an eye of the storm and it spirals out just like a tornado, right? Well, it's going this way. Like a tornado. And so the thing is what we want to explore until I see y'all next time and I pull, I guess, is to explore your cycles. What do your cycles look like? What do you feel like in the beginning of the day versus the middle of the day versus the end of the day? What do you feel like, during the different phases of the moon? We talked about that last time, looking at what we talk about the moon that you were born under, not your moon sign, but the actual phase that the moon was in when you were born. So, for instance, I was born on a waxing crescent, and so somebody I know was born on a quarter moon, a second quarter moon, things like that. And so, think about what your cycles look like. You know what I'm saying? And learn to embrace and not fight against them. Another cycle that we were talking about on the other one is Mercury retrograde. Marshy Marsh, were you in the thing when I showed the actual website that you can go to? Let me just put it up just in case. Hold on. This is the website that you can go to. No need to be sad. Here it is, Marshy Marsh. It translates dreams. Anybody in here translate dreams? Interpret dreams? No problem. I'm gonna leave it up here for a hot second. I will look and see. I will not look and see. I will ask around and see if anybody I know does dream interpretations, because I'm not sure if that will come by way of readings or how that would be done. But I will tell you, as far as interpretation, this is my take on it. And a lot of people may not find this might not be the popular way. But for me, I'm funny about, with me, with dream interpretations, I'm a big believer in that if it came to you, you can decipher it. I look at, what do those symbols mean to me? What do those, and see, like for me, for instance, I dream of snakes a lot, but I like snakes a lot. Like, I really, really, really like snakes. And so for me, snakes mean something different in my dreams than most people. A lot of people, when they dream of snakes, it's somebody, it's somebody, a snake in the grass, somebody that's, coming to deceive you, somebody. For me, it's not that. Like, snakes, I can find snakes when I'm out walking, easily. Like, the first time I did my own yoga sequence when I was getting certified for yoga, this beautiful, 4-foot long black snake crawled across the lawn where we were. Honey, I ran straight to that snake because it looked like it was freshly shed. It was beautiful. So really write them down and sit with them for a while. You having a hard time? One thing I say, I don't know if you've tried this yet. Birth and death are one and the same. But if you're having a hard time remembering your dreams, one of the things that helped me the most was setting the intention. Yeah, I just saw her. But setting your intention before you go to bed to dream purposefully. And do not open your mouth or do a whole lot of moving before you grab your dream journal and write stuff down. And what I even do is I don't even move. If I've had a dream that I know is something I need, I don't even move until I have gone over it in my head a couple of times and really looked around in my mind at the details. Well, me too. But dreaming is something I've been doing since I was little, so I've gotten pretty decent at it. That traveling, I'm just now not getting into it. I've been doing it for a long time, but I didn't know what it was. That astral travel, I've even gotten hurt a couple of times. That's what's worked for me, because my mind tends to be really busy, and as soon as I get, wake up and sit up, I'm thinking about what I have to do. And astral travel, the way I explain it to people is that it's almost like, it depends on how you understand time and space. Like for me, I feel like there are multiple times and spaces going on at the same time. And so when you talk about astral projection or astral travel, it's like me going out of town to visit somebody, but it's in another time and space. So for me, when I do it, I go to the same places over and over and over again, but they change just like cities do. And I know the people, but they change just like y'all do. And they're real places, and they feel very different than my other dreams. So when you travel, you'll be I think you'll be pretty aware, because I'm pretty aware of the differences. But I've also had astral traveling dreams where I may have gotten scratched or fallen or something like that, and I'll come back with the same scratch. And it used to happen enough where I cut my nails down to the quick, because I was thinking maybe I scratched myself, and I would cut them down to like nothing. You know how people that bite their nails, it's nothing to scratch with? And I would cut them down to that, but it still would happen. And I have reoccurring dreams, but they're not astral projections or astral traveling dreams. You also have very much control in the astral traveling dreams to me. Yeah. Well, and I'm going to tell you, when I come back from mine, a lot of times I'll have a residue, like a residue of energy, I guess. I've never figured out how to explain it. But y'all know how your skin feels achy when you have the flu? So it'll feel like that, but it'll be achy, and it'll move to different places. Yeah, it'll move to different places, and it's like I brought residual energy. Now, one time I did have one that was so bad that I was petrified, and I had to, my husband was actually holding me, because it felt like if he didn't hold, like he was holding me here. That's how it felt. And I was so scared because of what had happened in this particular one, that he had to cut the lights on and everything. Yeah, he had to cut the lights on and everything, because I was like childlike scared because of what happened in a projection. It involved a friend and some bad, I don't like saying demons, because I don't feel like, I say oppositional forces were hopping body to body in her kids and through her. And so I even checked with him to see who he was. I said, I know where I am and I know who you are, but I need to see his reaction to make sure I was really back. But I was petrified. That one was awful. But most of them for me are just going. It's one that I go to that what used to be a big mall. Now it's a strip mall. They changed it. All the stores are pretty much the same. It's another one that's an apartment that I go to that we have fun. We be twisting hair, drinking, all this stuff. This is weird sheriff that's outside. And it's another one that's this big country house that is also inhabited by the spirits of the people who lived there before. And so those are the places that I travel most times. So anyway, if nobody has any more questions, I'm going to log off. So I'm going to give y'all a minute. It is sometimes, but sometimes it's creepy. But I like the places that I go to, my regular places, but that one kind of scared the crap out of me. Oh, and I did fall from midair one time. That was kind of weird. And I actually hit my butt, so I knew I fell. And actually, one day, Ann, if you still in here, Ann is the queen of this. She should do a Periscope on this. Ann, are you still here? Yeah, you need to look into that. So you really need to explore what you feel about water. Wow. Y'all are cool. Y'all all need to do Periscopes about this. We need to do a Pastascope about this. We should schedule one, a Pastascope about dreams and stuff. Will y'all do a Periscope so I can watch it too? Okay, now that's kind of cool. I want y'all to do Periscope so I can see y'all's faces and stuff too. You know what? Shut up. Yeah, you have to ask for you do have to ask for a release. Keep on. I don't know why my husband in here playing. He gonna go to sleep tonight and dream he pregnant, and I hope he go through labor in his dream. Okay, y'all. I'm going to log off if there are no more questions. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me on Wild Women Wednesdays on a Friday. Yeah, they say that's a witch riding you, but sometimes I think they hold you down to make you be still and make you really get what they're trying to give you. He is. Come get him. No, he is not dreaming about no darn fish except for fried fish that his ass want to eat. That's the only fish he dreaming about. Thank y'all. Oh, double. If I can't turn it off, y'all get a song. No, shut up. Who is that? Why are you even in here talking crap, Victoria?